Hi, this is Maggie. Since we're in the season of Scorpio, I thought I'd talk about Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, Mars's co-ruler, Scorpio. Um, so Pluto is the planet of transformation and destruction, Pele. It's like it tears down and decay, and everything passes. Everything dies and then is reborn, and it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes, and that is Scorpio. And Pluto throughout the wheel, if you have it in Aries in the first house, it would be transformation of self. Your personality or yourself would continually be undergoing transformation of some kind. Be it inwardly or outwardly, the events or things would happen in your life that would transform you in some way. In the second house, so it would be about your personality, yourself, and it could be not necessarily the death of people around you. It could just be just recreating yourself, or the old self, the old personality. Maybe some event happens and you just it totally changes you. In the second house in Taurus, it would be money. Pluto in the money house in Taurus would transform. You would be transformed somehow through your finances, or your finances could break down. Maybe that, well, Pluto's in Capricorn now, and it's kind of breaking down the government. So with Pluto in the second house in your money house, it would maybe undergo some lessons to be learned. Well, that's more Saturnian, there's lessons to be learned, but with Pluto as well. Having it in your finance house, it may be that your finances may have to break down, or you could transform money in some way. You could be a transformative agent for change in money in some way, or with your money. You could learn about your money, how to manage your resources, because the second house is all about money, assets, material possessions. So, yeah, so, maybe that, you may have to start all over. Say if something happened to your house, or you had to relocate because of some natural disaster, or something would wipe out your finances, you would rebuild again and again. So Pluto through the third house is your communication, transformative communication, and how you relate to others, how you communicate with others. And it would be on a Mercury, that's Gemini's house, and Mercury rules Gemini. So with Pluto in Gemini, or Pluto in the third house, it would be your communication would have a lot more depth. Pluto likes to go deep. It's very metaphysical, or it's just not satisfied with shallow surface answers. It's the ruler of Scorpio. So, and it rules like mining and, earth, well, anything, digging into the earth, like mining for gold, would be Scorpio, mining for coal, volcanoes erupting and then rebuilding. So anyway, your communication would have a lot of depth, especially. It would be colored scorpionic. So shallow things would not interest you. Your communication would be on a much deeper level. In the fourth house, if you had Pluto in the fourth, it would be your home life, your mother, your emotions. It's a very watery sign of Cancer, so your home life, or your emotions, or your mom. It would be undergoing undergoing sometimes upheaval. Upheaval could cause, and the emotions too would just have such depth, or they could be rather explosive, or perhaps your mom or your family life could be Plutonian. It could also be like criminality or deep dark secrets. Maybe your family has some deep dark secret about the past. You know, Cancer rules the past, and the moon rules Cancer. So yeah, there may be something about the family or your mom, or the emotions could just erupt like a volcano. Or you could use Pluto in the fourth house. Somehow it would transform your emotions, but it would probably be after a period of enormous change, enormous, sometimes destructive change. You know, it could be a breakup, a death, or just a family dysfunction of some sort. The fifth house would be it's the house of Leo, so it would be it's fire, so self-expression, leadership, drama. Definitely, you could be a drama queen, or just you know, and it also rules children and love relationships. So, you know, the love affair would be very, very, very intense with Pluto there. Oh my goodness, it would color in Scorpio, so it would be extremely deep, very, very magnetic. And Pluto, if you used it, say in the arts, if you were an actor, or Leo, it's the house of Leo, so they're frequently creative, or you know, self-expressive in some way. So it would be the roles would have a lot more depth and intensity, a lot of intensity. Yes. And that would be in the relationships, the love affairs, maybe the roles you play if you were an actor, or the self-expression, whatever means of self-expression you have, it would be just deep, very, very deep and intense and passionate, very passionate. The sixth house is work and health. So with Pluto in Virgo, or in your sixth house, it would color, color, well, you could have a career in a health profession, or you could, you know, discover, like, spend years and years discovering some mysterious disease, or, you know, uncovering some mysterious, you know, maybe work in the scientific field, you know, uncovering vaccinations maybe for some disease, or just digging deep for that. Or it could be that there's some transformation regarding your health, you know. You know, you could be ill, or something could happen to your health, or and undergoing transformation somehow because of that. And work, Pluto in the work house, you know, work and health, and attention to detail as well. You know, with Pluto and Virgo, Pluto can be obsessive and compulsive as well. So it can make you very obsessive and compulsive, because they're analytical as it is, but with Pluto there, it would make them excessively analytical about details, and in the workplace, they could make changes. They could make transformative changes in the workplace, and if they work for themselves as well, they could create transformation, or they could be transformed through their work. the seventh house, Pluto in the seventh house, or Libra. It's all about personal relationships and, partnerships, business, or any kind of personal relationships. So it would be transformation through others. You would have to relate to others, and that's how you would transform or learn about relationships through the transformational process of Pluto. And it could be, Pluto is breaking down, so it could be, continual, not a continual. I mean, it's gonna be individual for, how it manifests. We don't know. So it will be inwardly or outwardly. We really don't know. But and of course, there's free will and choice. But you could attract, say, Plutonian relationships, which sometimes can be dangerous or on the edge, or like like the darker side of relationships, or it could be destruction through just like breakups, or just breakups would be extremely hard. Or it could be like, Plutonian relationship could be someone stalking you, or or it just could be a process of learning through the end of relationships in some form. And it's very hard to go to that depth, but Pluto demands it. And then eventually you get to the other side and hopefully learn, because with Pluto in the seventh house, you keep attracting these types of relationships. So just to be aware of it, or partnerships, or if you're aware of it, you could somehow use that to your benefit. So Pluto in the eighth house is Scorpio's ruler. So that's, oh my gosh, it's so psychic, and all the Scorpio, it's very deep water and very extremely intuitive. You couldn't get anything by a Pluto and Scorpio person. They would just, anything metaphysical, or it would just come to them naturally. They would just know. So you really can't lie to a Pluto and Scorpio person. And I think their presence would be so strong. It's just extremely, you would know they're in the room. It would be that intense. And like I said, they could be extremely psychic, intuitive, or they could, they could be maybe a little obsessive or compulsive. Definitely, well, not definitely, but they could be a little controlling. And there would be a continuous transformation in their life, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation, and it also rules joint finances, partnerships, money through joint resources in some way. So it could be just inheritance, or the death of someone, or a relationship, and just learning through the process of just doing that over and over. Decay and rebuild, or and then also you would have to watch the dark side as well. Just the obsession and the compulsion, and it could be just beware of the addictions, like maybe to gambling or whatever it is, Let's see, ninth house is Pluto in the ninth house would be transformation through your higher ideals, or religion. Travel would be very transformative. there could be an element of danger, so I would be very careful traveling, but you would learn, definitely learn through the transformative experience of traveling. And your higher ideals or vision for the future, or law or teaching, or those are things that rule Sagittarius, ninth house. You could transform other people through your teaching with Pluto in the ninth house or Pluto in Sagittarius. Pluto in the 10th house, where it is transiting now, is in Capricorn. So Pluto in the 10th house or Capricorn or on the midheaven will transform your career in some way. I mean, or you could use your career to transform people, but it could be getting fired. It could be there could be just so many means to end up changing your career or figuring out what you want to do, and it could be like working on the bomb squad. That would be very Plutonian. Plutonian career would be explosives. That would be Plutonian criminal justice. Anything to do with criminality. There's just so many different careers. I would look, if you're looking for a career with Pluto in Capricorn, or Pluto in the 10th house on the midheaven, just look under careers for Scorpio, because that would color your career sector. The 11th house is friendships, humanitarian groups. It's ruled by Aquarius, so to have Pluto there, you could be a transformative agent of change in groups. The groups could use your dominant personality and someone to take charge and take control, and you would have the wherewithal to do that in a very domineering, controlling way, because in times of crisis, somebody sometimes needs to take charge, and that could be Pluto in the 11th house. Or there's just different ways that it could manifest. You could also have some very controlling friends, or Plutonian friends, or Scorpionic friends, or you could, the 11th house also is ruled by Uranus, so that would also rule just the metaphysical arts or the occult or something. You could just really go off into that. Just beware of the dark side. Pluto in the in the 12th house of Pisces. Pluto in Pisces or Pluto in the 12th house would almost make you mediumistic. You may see visions. You would be extremely, extremely psychic. There may be some element of fear, or it could bring up some really deep, because it's such a deep water sign and it's extremely intuitive. It would just make you extremely, extremely psychic, and sometimes it may frighten you. And some of the stuff coming up might be a little dark, and that could frighten you as well. But Pluto in Pisces, it's like the sign of the 12th house. It's the unconscious, so it will bring up a lot of dark stuff, maybe from the past or your childhood or a past life, or just thoughts, just to process. Or you may see that in others because you're so psychic and intuitive. So you could be an agent for transformative change and use it in service to others. Or you could transform yourself, just a lifetime of looking into the unconscious. That could be like Sigmund Freud or Carl Jung, digging digging through the unconscious depths. That could be a 12th house Pluto, or Pluto in Pisces. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe, or you can hit the donate button below. All right, thank you.